A David and Goliath battle in Macquarie Harbour. The Maugean skates fight for survival. The pristine waters of Macquarie Harbour, nestled on the western coast of Tasmania, are the sole habitat of the Maugean skate, a critically endangered species clinging to survival. This delicate ecosystem, however, is under siege, caught in a fierce battle between environmental protection and the lucrative salmon farming industry. The conflict has ignited a firestorm of controversy, pitting environmental advocates against the Australian government and attracting the attention of global celebrities. The recent legislative maneuvering surrounding the expansion of salmon farming in Macquarie Harbour has sparked outrage among critics who claim the process was rushed, opaque, and ultimately jeopardizes the already precarious existence of the Maugean skate. The bill, swiftly passed by the government and coalition senators, effectively halted a formal reconsideration by Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek into the legitimacy of a 2012 decision approving the expansion. This decision, critics argue, lacked proper environmental assessment and ignored mounting evidence of the detrimental impact of salmon farming on the harbor's delicate ecosystem. The controversy escalated dramatically with the intervention of Hollywood icon Leonardo DiCaprio. Leveraging his immense social media influence, DiCaprio addressed his 60.4 million Instagram followers, urging the Australian government to take immediate action to prevent the extinction of the Maugean skate. His powerful plea underscored the global significance of this environmental battle, shining a harsh spotlight on Australia's environmental policies. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, while acknowledging the need for appropriate environmental laws, defended the government's actions, asserting that the legislation was crucial for sustainable salmon farming and the preservation of local jobs. This statement, however, fails to address the core concerns raised by environmental groups and experts. The speed at which the bill was passed has raised serious questions regarding transparency and due process. Lawyers have warned that the legislation's implications could extend far beyond the salmon industry, potentially hindering community challenges to other potentially damaging developments, including coal and gas projects. This raises concerns about a broader erosion of environmental protections and public accountability. The current crisis stems from a 2023 legal challenge brought forward by 3 environmental groups, highlighting escalating concerns about the impact of salmon farming on the Maugean skate. This legal action prompted Minister Plibersek's review of the 2012 decision, which controversially classified the salmon farming expansion as not a controlled action, thus bypassing a comprehensive federal environmental assessment. The Maugean skate, listed as endangered since 2004, has faced a dramatic decline in population. A government scientific committee last year delivered a stark warning. The skate's numbers were extremely low, primarily due to the reduced dissolved oxygen levels caused by salmon farming. The committee recommended scaling back salmon farm operations and reclassifying the skate as critically endangered. Adding further complexity to the situation, a recent report by the Institute for Marine and Antarctic Studies offered a glimmer of hope, suggesting a potential recovery in the skate population to 2014 levels after a significant crash in the previous decade. However, the report strongly emphasized the need for continuous monitoring and cautious management of the harbor's ecosystem. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the Australian government allocated $3 million in the budget to expand a captive breeding program for the Maugean skate. This initiative, while welcome, is seen by many as a reactive measure, failing to address the underlying causes of the skate's decline, primarily the intensive salmon farming operations. The government's earlier commitment to improving national environmental law and establishing a National Environment Protection Agency has been shelved, fueling further skepticism and frustration amongst conservationists. The promise of future consultation on these matters offers little immediate comfort to those fighting to save the Maugean skate. The battle for the Maugean skate is more than just a local environmental dispute. It represents a larger conflict between economic interests and environmental protection. It underscores the critical need for robust environmental legislation, transparent decision-making, and a genuine commitment to protecting endangered species. The outcome of this battle will serve as a critical benchmark for Australia's commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainable practices. The fate of the Maugean skate hangs precariously in the balance, a stark reminder of the delicate equilibrium between human activity and the preservation of our planet's biodiversity. The international attention this case has garnered underscores the global significance of protecting vulnerable ecosystems and the urgent need for responsible environmental governance. The coming years will be critical in determining whether the Maugean skate can be rescued from the brink of extinction, and whether Australia will uphold its responsibility as a steward of its unique and fragile natural heritage. The eyes of the world are watching,